Good morning. Okay, today we're gonna try and head out again. It's been raining kind of all day, well all afternoon yesterday and right through the night. I think it's only just stopped this morning. The sun's trying to get out now, it's feeling a bit warmer, it's been quite chilly. So we're probably going to head up the west side of the island again. First we're going to pop to Lidl's and we're going to get some food. We're going to go make a donation at Zante before we head off the mountains. We're hoping we're going to try and get to see Hippie Transporter Bar today. I haven't heard back from them yet, but hopefully if the weather's better they're going to be open. We're looking at the winery. We might go there for Zante. And then if it gets out this afternoon as predicted, we'll try some beaches on the west side of the island. So we have just had some waffles in the Delight Kitchen Bar, which is really kind here. So have a look at these. It's just a different kind of breakfast this morning. Somebody suggested the waffles in here because they're meant to be really good. They've come out and they're absolutely massive. Yeah, we're going to be probably thrown up later, or we're going to be in some kind of sugar rush.
I don't know where to start. Have a bit of everything.
You got a strawberry sauce on yours, or that just the colour of the fruit?
Strawberries.
Is that Nutella on there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like yeah. Lovely, beautiful.
I've got an Oreo cookie waffle, so it's the same size as Jackie's, but mine's got cream and ice cream. Don't think I've ever had ice cream for breakfast before, but you know, when you're on holiday. No, it's good. So there's like a sprinkling of Oreo cookies on there. It's got the chocolate sauce like Jackie's. The ice cream and cream all mixed in. Oh, it's beautiful, it's really good. So after feeding our greedy mouths and filling our bellies full of waffles, we did pop to Lidl's and dropped some food off at Zante, made quite a generous donation. And then we drove north up to Gaumos Winery. So it was about a 30-minute, 45-minute drive, but lovely just driving through all these villages. Driving through some of the olive groves, and the scenery is absolutely stunning. We are going to head into the Gaumos Winery, which was recommended by a friend of ours, Gaina Lawrence, who we met up with last time in Zante. So she recommended this place to go with. But we're going to go in. I think you can do like a little bit of wine tasting, and they'll give you like a little tour of the winery. I don't think it's very big inside, but we're going to go in and check it out. So let's go. So the grounds are lovely in here. It's got kind of a modern rustic feel about it, like even the toilets are like all made of wood, and there's like a log on the door for a handle. But like this building here just looks absolutely pristine. It's really nice, proper traditional Greek style. It's so peaceful here. So how you would get here is as if you're heading up towards the shipwreck. You'll start seeing signs as you get close. It only took us about half an hour maybe from Kalamaki. I mean, we've stopped a little bit on the way as well, but I'm going to have a look around here. There's a winery down here, and I think you might be able to like test some of the wines as well, so let's go in and have a look. So the Gaumos Winery is a really blissful and tranquil place and is only a few kilometres outside the picturesque settlement of Mariez. It's a great place to come to their home, see the workshop and the countryside and try some of the selected wines along with some of the homemade treats. And you can also enjoy a tour in English across the state and the vineyard.
Do you like wine?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Here we produce wine, olive oil, local zakynthos varieties. We produce everything here. Would you like to try some wine?
Why not?
Yes,
Very
please.
good.
Yeah.
Do you like to try only white, or because we have wine tasting by 10 euros, you can try 4 different wines if you want to make this.
All right.
Try that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So how long have you been here?
2000 we start
Okay.
here more professional. All this area belongs to Gaumos family from 18th century.
Right. It's a nice building.
Very old the building.
Yeah, yeah.
We restored 2000 because 53 destroyed by the earthquake.
Right.
We rebuilt. We restored, not rebuild.
How many wines do you make here?
About 28,000 bottles per year.
Really?
All by hand. We have a lot of equipment here.
So do the restaurants in Greece, they have some of your wine?
Not
Or?
all over in Greece, and here in Zakynthos, in Athens, some. Here,
right.
most of the wine we sell here.
We have two types of skyron, 2022 and 2023. 1 year difference.
Right.
This wine is from the variety Vostilidi. Vostilidi is a variety with full of tannins and acidity. We have 3 varieties here at this winery: Pavlos, Avgoustiatis and Vostilidi. Vostilidi and Pavlos are white wines, Avgoustiati is red wine.
Okay.
This is from the variety Vostilidi. Still and bottle, full of acidity, rich of acidity, creating a balance between green and yellow color that you will see. Would you like to try one from 23 and one?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we can say this is from 2023. Here
It's 23.
and 22.
Okay.
You see the difference in the color as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice. Do you want
So that's
to
a
try?
23.
Yeah, this one.
It's a lot clearer. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, it's quite fruity, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And this one's from?
22.
Oh yeah, you can tell it.
Yes,
Yeah,
you see the
definitely.
difference.
It's sharper, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I prefer that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think I prefer the other one.
No, that's
I
nice.
think that one's maybe a bit sweeter.
Sweeter, yeah.
That one's like got more of a, like hits you a bit more.
I quite like that.
Do you like this one?
That's very
Yeah,
nice.
I like this.
I think I like this one, and she
Yes,
likes this
And now you will try 2 different varieties, Pavlos and Vostilidi. Single varieties, both of them, as I told you. Vostilidi wild yeast, it was in an oak barrel for 3 months, full of acidity, creamy taste that you will see. And Pavlos is a softer wine. It leaves a nice aftertaste, a cool taste. It's different. Okay? Pavlos and Vostilidi.
Yeah, that one's quite like bitter. Got like a bitter taste. In the 2017. Yeah, that one's quite bitter as well. So after trying a white wine and a red wine, we moved on to rosé wine. And this one was a really, really nice wine. It was beautiful. The red wines themselves were really good. Even Jackie quite surprisingly like them. Jackie doesn't like red wine, but she really enjoyed these. And this particular wine that we're trying here is actually a smoked red wine. So it's got a really smoky taste. So this basically comes from some mountain fires that occurred in Zante a few years ago, and all the grapes got burnt, but they managed to recover the grapes, and it gives a unique taste to this particular wine. So here they also produce olive oil and fig jam, so we managed to sample that with some cheese, and this was really nice as well. So yeah, this place is definitely worth a visit. Try the wines. It's only €10, so it's pretty reasonable. Something a little bit different as well, there are a few other wineries around the west side of Zante, so you aren't restricted to just this particular winery. After sampling some of the wines and some of the local produce made here, it was time to go outside and have a tour of the vineyards at the back and check out some of the arts and crafts that are created here.
All this area belongs to Gaumos family since 18th century. They have 3 different areas as well, down to the village Mariès.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have
We've
heard.
been before, yes.
They produce the rosé and the white wines from there, 6 kilometers from here.
Right.
From here, only the red, the Avgustiatis, the red wines.
Okay.
Right.
Behind the trees, as you can see, we we produce the dessert wines.
Right.
We take the grapes, we place them in the sun, and they get sweet from the sun. We don't have waters here. We collect from the rain, or we buy sometimes. This is why all the fruits and the grapes has very intense taste, full of acidity, very nice taste.
Yeah.
We need waters, but of course we need waters. But the terroir here, it's not very good, so they are very dry. This is why all the vineyards are very short.
Right.
If you see other countries, I think they are on the hills and very tall.
Yes.
But here in Greece, they are all like this. From there,
Lovely.
you can see the crush and the press machine.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Everything is made by Yannis Yatras Goumas, the owner of the winery here. We start with the red and we finish with the white and the rosé grapes.
Right.
At the end of September.
Right.
We also have many olive trees, as you can see here.
Yeah.
We collect the olive trees at the end of October. Sorry. Those 2 are Koroneiki. Koroneikes. We have 2 types of olive trees in Zakynthos, Koroneiki and Doppia. Those 2 are Koroneiki from Peloponnesus.
Yeah.
But we have here in Zakynthos as well. Doppia means local variety. Local means the Doppia. Doppia is a Zakynthian variety of olive trees.
Okay.
This is 25 years old and this is 300 years old. This is an olive tree 400 years old.
Wow.
Yes. And from here you can see it was stamped before, stamped. We will see some of Yannis Yatras' work. This is roof tails, iconic like this. He takes the roof tails and paints into the stone. It's Byzantinology art, Byzantine art most of this. He's been working many churches in Athens and in Zakynthos as well. This is with egg tempera, fresco it's called. Egg tempera, it's egg mixed with powders and paints.
Right.
Yes, and it stayed during the years a lot without strawness. This is all real gold, like this, with 24 carats. And this is fresco, the egg tempera. I told you, all this is made by Giannis. All of this. Wow.
So much detail in the...
Yes. And it's not ready yet, of course.
How long would it take to paint something like that?
Now he's been working this for 25 years.
Really?
And it's not ready yet.
Dear me.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of dedication.
Yes, exactly.
Having sampled some of the delicious wines here, it would be rude not to purchase a few bottles. So we've got 2 bottles for ourselves, and they come to €20 each. We've got a bottle of rosé and a bottle of red. And we also got a little bottle for Claude, just to thank him for everything he had done for us. So that was the Gaumos Estate Winery, and that was really good. We did some wine tasting in there, so it was 4 wines, and you get some cheese and like the fig and jam
Yeah,
and
the figs
jam,
and
so-
like a fig jam on top.
Yeah, so that kind of goes with the red wine. It was €10 each to do the wine taste. Like I say, all the wines were really nice. I don't think there was one really bad. There's one I wasn't so keen on, but everything else, even the red wines were really good. And you don't even like red wine.
Yeah, no, I was surprised at the red wines. I had a smoky red wine. That was something totally,
Yeah, it was.
totally different, and it really was quite smoky as well. Yeah, they also make their own olive oil here as well.
Yeah,
so you do get a little bit of bread with the oil on. That was.
And the
lovely
fig
as
jam
well.
they make here as well.
The fig jam they make, yeah, and obviously they've got the fig trees here. They've got quite a lot of fig jam.
So you've got like a little bit of history about some of the Byzantine art that was discovered here. And obviously had like a little tour out the back of like the vineyard. I just says, "Oh, have you got a vineyard?" And she says, "Oh yeah, I'll take you out the back." So that was nice to see. It's beautiful out the back there. It's just surrounded by mountains here, so it's really nice and peaceful. So how many jams have you got when you did that?
Ooh, 5 out of 5. Yeah, it's really nice.
So if you've got a car and you want to go around the island, you want to do something a little bit different, you might have a rainy day or whatever, come and check this place out. It's well worth it. It's really good.
There's also little seating areas, you can see that as well. So if you want to have a glass or whatever.
Yeah, we bought some wine. I think it's €20 for a bottle,
Yes.
which was actually pretty good. I don't think that's too bad. I was expecting to be paying a little bit more actually. So yeah, that's Gaumos. I think we've come at the right time. It's turning up now. So we've got here nice and early. Yeah. A 10-minute 6-kilometre drive from Gaumos Winery is the small village of Mariez, and this is where the Hippie Transporter Bar is located. So anybody who saw our last Zante series will know we featured this place last time out. So we're checking in to see how things are and how things have changed since 2022.
Cappuccino,
Superb. Thank you. How much?
Okay, for the customer to...
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Here we are back at Hippie Transporter. It is open today, although the weather keeps changing a bit. It was lovely up at Gaumos, which was only about 10 minutes away. Then we've got, yeah, it was sunny and now it's cloudy and it's windy. It's gone a bit chilly again. Yeah, it's nice to see it open again. It's still in the same place. We've been treated to a complimentary drink because we featured them in my last video. Unfortunately, the lovely lady who owns it isn't here. She's feeding the baby at home. Otherwise, I think she probably would have come straight down if she'd known we're here. I did text her yesterday just to say we were thinking about coming back up, but she didn't read me message until today. They've got a few different tables and stuff now, so they've obviously been doing okay for themselves. So they've got like all the little barrels with like the Hippie Transporter on and all that kind of stuff. But it looks exactly the same. It's really clean vehicle and shiny and keep it well maintained. And there's like a little taverna next door, so if you wanted to grab some food there. We dropped by yesterday, the food smelled really good from there as well. I think it's a good place to come for sunset. Yeah, we're probably going to head to a few little beaches when we're over this side. So I think first one we'll go to is Porto Vromi. So that's not too far from here. And then there's another one called Porto Zante. So they're both kind of in close proximity of Maurice. So we'll probably head to those next. We're just going to have these drinks and then we're going to head down that way. So our next stop is Porto Vromi, which is about a 10 to 15 minute drive from Mariez, and this is mainly because the roads are quite twisty and turny, there's a lot of hairpin bends and you just need to take your time, especially in Claude's car. So there are two entrances to Porto Vromi. and is one of the island's most famous beaches and located near the village of Marias. On this beach there are boats that take you to the famous Navajo beach and the Blue Caves. There are also many water sports and activities here. There is a sandy beach with very, very clear crystal waters. We've stopped at Porto Vromi beach, which is not far from Marias. The road coming down was pretty hairy, so you really need to be careful coming down there because there's no barriers on the sides of the roads, and the car we've got isn't the best neither, so it's all a bit scary. It did cut off at one point, like heading towards like a cliffside. So yeah, I'm just really taking my time. We're just gonna have a little look around. I mean, there's not loads here. It's just like a tiny little beach, like a little cove. But you can do boat trips from here, so you can go and see the shipwreck and some of the caves, like down the Kerry side. But the colour of the water here is absolutely beautiful. So we'll show you this in a minute. It is literally like a swimming pool. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's get down onto this little beach. It's just a tiny little cove, and we'll show you what it's like down here. So it's a bit like a little cave here at the back of the beach, and it's all shingly. You can probably hear it, it's just all pebbles. But this would actually be a lovely little place to come and just come and have a beer and just sit here and relax. It's really chilled out. I think it will be a bit different in peak season when it gets like later in the season. There'll be a lot more boats here. Maybe it's just the time of day we're here, maybe a lot of the boat trips are out. But you can rent your own boats, I think, and you can take them out or rent one with a captain. So, I mean, you can probably hear there's music starting to pump from one of the boats. But it's quite sheltered as well. It's really pretty here. It's lovely. And I think all the way down the side of this part of the island, there's loads of little beaches and coves like this. There's quite a few boats out in the bay there, not loads, but maybe they're all out on trips and stuff today, so you can see the shipwreck and the caves down this side of the island. And all the like colour of the sea around this side of the island is beautiful. Just all the sulphur from the cliffs and that coming in here. So we're going to have a look around, so just enjoy some of this scenery. There's obviously a boat trip over there, I don't know if you can hear it, but making quite a bit of racket. So you can imagine in peak season when there's 7 or 8 boats coming in, and if they're blasting music like that last boat, then yeah, that's going to be a noisy bay. But it's absolutely this time of year. It's quite windy today, but give it another few weeks. I mean, this is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Like the water colour is just amazing. Like, what you actually see on the pictures is actually real as well. I mean, this matches kind of any sort of Caribbean bay or anything like that. What do you think of this beach?
Yeah, it's lovely. There's loads of boats and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute it's not like ridiculously busy, I would say. It's probably the time of day when stuff's probably going to start coming back. In terms of like the way it looks really nice. I mean, I've just flown the drone kind of round the cove there. I think there's another beach round there. I'm not sure if it might be like a taverna and something around that way. I'm not sure how to get there, but yeah, it looks like there's something else around there. But I mean, just the sea colour alone is worth coming just to see that. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
lovely little cove.
You're kind of swallowed by the cove, aren't you?
Yeah, and like I say, you've got all these kind of little caves here, and just a nice place you could like, come and just sit and just have a drink, wouldn't you? Right, do you want to move on?
Yeah.
Porto Zante?
Zante, yes.
Let's go. On the drive back from Porto Vromi, we actually stopped for a drink and came across Zante's oldest monastery, Anafonitria. So we'll just stop for a quick drink and an ice cream on the way back from Porto Vromi, and we've noticed this little monastery here. So it's quite interesting because this monastery is apparently the oldest in Zante, or Zakynthos, and it's believed to be from the year 15. It's mainly classed as the oldest because of the foundation. So the foundation was built in the year 15. But we're going to have a quick look inside. This is just like a bit of a unexpected stop off really, so let's go and have a look inside. This monastery is dedicated to the Virgin Mary and is a Byzantine monument with impressive architecture. It was founded in the middle of the 15th century during the Venetian occupation of the island. In this monastery, Agios Dionysos, the patron saint of Zante, became a monk and lived the last years of his life here in the 16th century. The monastery was built in honour of the Virgin Mary, the holder of the newborn, but took its name from the miraculous icon of the Virgin Anafonitria in its housing. Icon was brought to the monastery from Constantinople when the town was captured by the Turks. Several buildings form in this monastery, as well as a bell tower that was built for defensive reasons and is used today as a belfry. The entrance to the monastery is arched and guarded by a square-shaped defensive tower. The main church of the monastery is situated in the centre of the complex and is a three-aisled basilica. Just realised that time's getting away from us a bit, so apparently the road down to Porto Stentini is a little bit dangerous, and Claude's car started cutting out a little bit on that last road down to Vromi, which was a bit dangerous. I think we're probably going to call it a day, but we're going to head back to Kalamaki. We're just going to start driving back now.
Good, yes. You got you some.
We got you a present.
We've been to the winery today. We
Thank
bought
you
you
so
nice
much.
wine.
Thank you so much. But you can drink it tonight together.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We've been to the winery
All right.
at Gaumos,
Oh,
and it's from.
Yeah, it was nice. Yes,
Thank you.
really nice.
You're welcome.
come to have a small shot, Jackie.